Okay, this is going to be my first Gundam Arsenal Base video. It's a MOBA style arcade game in Japan where you have actual physical cards that you can buy from the machine or you receive every time you play, and you make a deck of 5 mobile suits with 5 pilots controlling them, and you go head to head with someone in another arcade somewhere in the country, trying to take down their base or deal the most damage. I'm doing Kira Yamato in the Ale Strike Gundam, Mikazuki August in the Barbatos Lupus, Luna Maria Hawk as my defender, with the green icon there, in the Rising Freedom Gundam. Then my 2 base attackers, even though the first one isn't really an attacker, is Mir Campbell, aka Lacus Klein, in her performance live concert performance Zack, and who's that? Suletta Mercury in yet another Barbatos Lupus. Those blue ones are my base attackers. Kira and Mikazuki are my unit attackers, and they will also attack bases, but not as effectively if there are no other units nearby. So let's get this started. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, this game, there's a heavy meta in this game where there are some really powerful cards, and if you look at the championships, it's really the same decks going up against each other round after round after round. If you run into those, you're probably going to get obliterated. I'm testing out this deck for the first time. Well, today I'm testing it for the first time. This was game 3 of 8 games I played throughout the day, not consecutively. And I only had 3 sessions at this machine where I could actually record the game. And this one was maybe the most decent of the 3 I recorded. The first 2 were really easy for me. So this new deck is doing really well. This new team here is pretty darn powerful. So we're going in. I'm starting with my usual start, but I changed it up slightly before the day was over. The more I thought about it, I switched who I start with. But here we go. You'll get to see the map. The target in the back, if we destroy that, we win. If not, the most damage dealt is a champion. And I start off by launching Kira in the Ale Strike. And also, the opponent launches his own Mikazuki in, it looks like maybe a Barbatos or a Barbatos Lucas. And he has Hiroto in, I don't know what that is. Since he starts 2 units on the opposite side than where I started, I'm sending Luna Maria and the Rising Freedom out early. Usually I want to have my base attacker out, but with 2 attackers going after my tower, I need her out. And as you can see, she is pretty freaking strong on her own, even as a base attacker. Now the greens, the defender, not base attacker, the greens deal extra damage to the blue base attackers, and she is dealing massive damage. Okay, looks like they got another Mikazuki out on the field, it looked like. Was that? I'm not sure what that was. I don't know what I was looking at there. Okay, but as you can see, Kira is fighting off the enemy's Mikazuki, and he sent in yet another person to back him up. It looks like that's his defender, so the defender is going to tear through my Suletta Mercury, the blue unit. And he's activating one of his special bonus powers. So now I'm sending in Mir in the super weak concert Zack, because this is the idea I came up with. She can heal, and she's super cheap. So her really only purpose is to go out there and heal my super strong units on Kira and Mikazuki. And that's exactly what she did. Look, he's back up to like 3/4 health because of that. Now, I'm using a special attack. This is a SP attack where if you build up enough SP power, you could do this attack. There's a large physical button on the console that you have to slap at the right time to get a bonus to it. Otherwise, the game is touchscreen. Everything else you play touchscreen. The only button on the machine is that big Arsenal Base stopper that you have to slap to do that. And look, I took him out. And now the setup with the Ale Strike and the Barbatos Lupus that I have is their special attack, if they defeat an enemy using their special attack, it increases the repair time. So they're out of the match longer, which means I have more time to deal damage without repercussions, depending. So right now they only have 2 units out on the field, their defender, and one of their attackers, their own Kira. One of their units is already destroyed and being repaired. Now I just destroyed their defender, so he's being repaired. Other one can't afford to bring out, and he just got enough to bring out his Barbatos Lupus. And I'm using Lacus or Mir to heal yet again. And I think the enemy starts to notice that. He starts to notice that I'm constantly healing my powerful units, meaning that they're going to be staying out dealing a huge amount of damage. So he starts targeting her with his SP attacks. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if I would have done that, because yeah, she's annoying by keeping them alive, but the problem really is the strong units. But to be fair, I kind of want her to be the target, because if their attention's on her, thinking we gotta stop the healer, then that just gives me more time to deal massive damage with them not firing back at me. So the fact that she is super cheap, only 2 points to bring out, means that I'm not that worried about losing her. I could probably drop her back out as soon as she's ready. And yeah, I just used my ability with Kira and dealing massive damage. Unfortunately, didn't kill him. I'm bringing Soletta Mercury back out as she got destroyed. But that's okay, because my base attackers are pretty affordable. Especially Mir. So doesn't matter if they die, I still do enough damage with my red attackers that I really like the setup of this team. But time's running out, so I'm using my SP attack on the tower just to make sure we could get to the base. I hit that one. As you see, 95% to now 70%, so I'm still in the lead. 95 is pretty good, but all they have to do is a massive run on base. They have their 2 base attackers and their defender available to spawn, but they haven't done it yet. Oh, and looks like Kira is back on the field now. Their Kira. They're able to pay for him, so probably... yeah, now they brought their defender out. So yeah, they can't afford to bring out their base attackers, but that's kind of what they need to do to deal damage, but they need to stop me. I think this is where I screw up. This Barbatos Lupus, it has a slower SP boost, so I always hit it way too soon, and I only got 10% that time, barely damaged the thing. He's using his abilities. Now, I see his guy's almost dead, so I activate Mikazuki's attack. I should kill him with this. Yep. And because of that, his repair time is extended. And with only 22 seconds left, that means he's out of the match for good, no matter what happens. And all 5 of mine are on the board, doing good. I'm using Soletta's SP attack again. Going to make sure I get the full 30% boost this time. Bam. There you go. Slap the button perfectly, finally. But if you look, it still doesn't do that much damage. And I don't know if it's because of the ability they have activated or if I just had a poor shot there. But I need to... Oh, he's using ability on... Oh, that's his hero Yui. Look at that. How cool. And I'm finally using my massive damage cards, which I always forget to use. So I'm going to finally deal some decent damage to the ship, but time is going to run out. Final percentage 95 to 44. That's still a victory. It's a time-up victory. As I said, I've tried this deck about 8 times over the course of the day. It's won all 8 times, and aside from this one and the next match that I played, which was super close, I thought I was going to lose. He had really strong units, and he was devastating me, but I won by a couple percentage points at the end. I got to his base and I went all out, and I was able to eke out the win. Otherwise, they were very, very, very lopsided wins in my favor. With the last one I did, Game 8, being 99% health remaining for my side. That's not good. But anyhow, here's all the experience and the awards and stuff like that. So that is Gundam Arsenal Base. It's addictive, it's fun, and it's expensive, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed watching it. And yeah, I'll show you another video in the future.